Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be a good idea to talk about Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. Since March, after all, is the month that we honor those who have developmental disabilities. And at the end of the video, I want to show some pictures of a meeting and a celebration that we went to this past week, and I would like to go more in depth about what went on and how impactful it has been on all of us. And without further ado, let's get started. So, what are developmental disabilities? So, a developmental disability is a lifelong condition that might inhibit somebody of their mobility, their independence, stuff like that, such as autism, ADHD, spina bifida, cerebral palsy, disabilities like that pretty much are developmental disabilities. And my own disability, which is a muscle disease of some sort, which we don't know what that is, but I myself also have a developmental disability. Since I cannot use my legs to walk and my muscles are a lot weaker than others. So yeah, that is what developmental disabilities are. So you might be wondering, what kind of challenges do people with developmental disabilities face every day? Well, I do not want to go too much on a tangent because I don't want you guys to just listen to me talk and then not really cut to the chase because I'm rambling on too much. So I'll just give you a general rundown. The challenges that people might face who have disabilities are they are excluded from daily activities that other people have no problem being a part of. They're not able to access certain buildings or facilities because there's no ramp. For people who are in wheelchairs, they are faced by people who might talk down to them, which is a very big frustration for me, and not just for me, a lot of other people out there as well struggle with this. So I almost forgot to mention that one of the biggest challenges when it comes to people who have developmental disabilities is this. We might often need help with our ADLs, like showering, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, getting dressed, just daily things that people do every day that normal people might take advantage of. That's another big struggle on for people who have disabilities. It's more challenging for them to take care of themselves, make sure they have everything they need, they get the food they need to stay nutritious, exercise, stuff like that. Basically just ADLs in general they might need help with, like myself. Let's talk about some very common misconceptions about people who have developmental disabilities. One of the biggest misconceptions that people might have, they have trouble seeing them beyond their disability. For instance, if you look at me, I'm in a wheelchair. I have a trach. I'm on a ventilator. I have a back brace. The list could go on. One of the common misconceptions about people who view me is, she might not look as smart. She's not that smart at all compared to my counterparts. Because she's in a wheelchair. Because she has a trach. Because she has a back brace. Because she's on a ventilator. But in reality, my physical inabilities to do certain tasks does not define how intelligent I am, how smart I could be, how I live my day-to-day life. I live it like anybody else who is around the early 20s. I think like everybody else. I have the same feelings as everybody else. I have the same everything as everybody else. That's one big common misconception about me, and not just me, but anybody else out there who has a similar situation going on. Another misconception is they're incapable of participating in daily activities that other people have no trouble joining. And yes, I get it. There are some things that we just can't do, and that we just have to accept. The things that we can do far outweigh the things that we cannot do. That's another thing people do not realize, is that we can do just as much as them. That we are no different than them. We can participate in anything that we set our minds to. That's another common misconception about people with disabilities. I highly encourage you to challenge the different stereotypes that are out there regarding people with disabilities. I challenge you, if you are out in the community and you see somebody in a wheelchair, in a walker, whatever it may be, instead of assuming you know their life, oh, I feel so bad for them and stuff like that, they're not capable of doing anything. I challenge you to argue with yourself and ask yourself, do I really know this person? Do I know their background? Do I know what lies behind closed doors? And really think about it. I encourage you to educate yourself more on people who have disabilities. Because there are so many things that we can, in fact, do. But the cover is our inabilities, what we can't do, that we stand out from the rest of the crowd. I encourage you to think. You might want to get to know the person more before you just start assuming things about us. I also highly encourage you to familiarize yourself on ways how you can make an impact on somebody's life, and if not on somebody's life, but on the whole disability community out there. You never know what could be at stake until you go out there and do it yourself. A whole new world might open up for you, and it might just wake you up into realizing that these people who have disabilities are so much more than their label. That they have spina bifida, they have a muscle disease, they have cerebral palsy, or whatever it might be. If you take the time to learn what is behind closed doors, then I can assure you, you won't regret it. You will have so much more knowledge surrounding the different types of disabilities out there and how you need to interact with them. Because the thing is, we are just regular people like anybody else. The only thing different is that we can't do something that most people can do. That is literally it. It doesn't define us on how smart or dumb we are. It doesn't define what we can or cannot do. It doesn't define our capabilities. We could do anything as if we were somebody who didn't have a disability. no different. So I highly encourage you to educate yourself and learn how you can be a part of getting to know people with disabilities and how you can help make an impact on somebody's life. Another way that you can help out is by maybe volunteering in a community who has people with disabilities. Get involved in communities. Get involved in activities that people with disabilities are in. And not just people with disabilities solely, but try to interact with people who have disabilities in a certain activity or something. Just try to interact with them. Get yourself out there. I promise you, you will learn best by going out there and interacting with those people. I highly encourage you to try and educate yourself, stand up for one's needs, get to know us beyond our disabilities. Not just because it's Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, but because it is so crucial to understand people with disabilities have the same rights, same opportunities as everybody else out in the world today. Just take the time to get to know people with disabilities. And I can assure you, you won't regret it. You will have so much knowledge. And remember, knowledge is power. If you teach yourself how to interact with people with disabilities, which is not hard at all, you just have to educate yourself, then you will have a better understanding of what life is like for them, and that you will see them in a totally new perspective than before. That you, me, no different than anybody else out there. That's what I want the key takeaway to be for this video. Moving on, I'm going to show you some pictures of the meeting that was held that day and some of the banners that were up there. Okay, so this first picture that you see right here, our pictures are up there. And you can see me up there as well. And the poster says, "We are resilient, happy, beautiful, worthy, able, enough, valuable, and kind." That's what the poster says. And as you can see, my picture says enough below it. And I love that. Such a powerful message. All of them are powerful. It's just, we are enough. We are nowhere near not being enough just because we are disabled. Doesn't mean we're not enough. We are good enough to do anything. We are good enough in everybody's eyes. We are enough. And I can't emphasize that enough. The next picture that you see here is my own individual poster display in front of the DHS building in Little Rock. And it's orange and it says, "We are enough." And like I said, I just love that so much. I love the picture and I just love the saying. Like I had mentioned earlier, because we are enough. We are stronger than any force that tries to put us down. We are stronger than the devil who tries to put us down. So we are enough. I almost forgot to mention that we also had a meeting that day, not only to celebrate Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, but because it was the Blue Umbrella's 6th anniversary. and we were celebrating that. And I thought it was such a wonderful idea to celebrate the Blue Umbrella's 6th anniversary alongside Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. Okay, so here are some more pictures of me and some of my siblings. So my dad is in the front. There's Gilia, Hava, me, and Maggie, and then Anna in the back. And then this next picture here is my mom being photographed of taking a picture of us on her phone. And as you can tell, we're all gathered around to take a picture with, I forgot her name, but we took a picture with her. And yeah, I think it's a really good picture. You did a good job. And this last picture here is all of us by my banner in front of the building. I just love it so much. We are going to do great things in this world. I can't wait for what the future holds for us. And that's a wrap for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. And if you did, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Alright, I am signing off now. Bye-bye.